14 in the books. Let's get to it, because I don't have time for this shit. I'm really tired. Extremely tired. So tired that, fuck it. Jaguars defeating the Texans, 27-20. You know, the Jaguars may have won the game, but, you know, the Texans really won because every loss gets them closer to the number 1 overall pick. That's been the plan. Should have seen this one coming after they lost their 7th consecutive game. Fuck you, Houston. And shit, and Kubiak got fired, which is fine because Kubiak needs a rest anyway after his mini stroke that he had against Indianapolis about a month ago. But in any event, not much to say about the game. It was too fucking boring, even for a 27-20 score. Buccaneers defeating the Bills, 27-6. Wasn't even close. No one cares about that one, but hey, let's give Greg Schiano some credit. Moving on. Chiefs defeating the Redskins, 45-10. Chiefs improving to 10-3. Redskins falling to 3-10. With no first round pick for next year's draft. Just saying. That's the thing. People don't understand that. Every time the Redskins lose, gets the Rams closer to at least the number 2 overall pick. If not the number 1 overall pick. I mean, get the fuck out of here with that shit. But hey, good victory for the Chiefs. They've proven that they can play in sloppy conditions. And it was a sloppy fucking game. But hey, they kicked their fucking ass in the snowy weather. That's what scares me. I wouldn't be surprised if the Chiefs beat the Broncos if the Broncos and Chiefs face each other again in the divisional playoff. Or even the AFC Championship game. Who knows? But let's slow down on that talk, as there's still 3 weeks left in the season. But of course, RG3 has played his last game of the season. And who knows, and Shanahan will probably end up being fired, regardless of whether or not this was a good decision. I think it was a good decision. And people are going to say, well, what kind of message does it send to bench RG3 with 3 games left to go, and he's supposed to be the franchise quarterback? It sends the message that no one's bigger than the team, especially a quarterback as gifted as RG3 is. He's very fucking gifted. I mean, he hasn't played that great. He hasn't played all that great. Don't let the numbers fool you. Most of his 16 touchdown passes were due to garbage time, okay? Including the Kansas City Chiefs game. Oh, but it was at halftime, so it really wasn't garbage. Now, up your fucking ass. How's that? Shut the fuck up. Sick and tired of these RG3 tards. Whoa! RG3 just needs more time, and you know, you're not allowed to insult him because because he had good numbers last year. That was last year. And fuck you. I was correct in saying that RG3 was going to struggle this year. You know, it was fucking ridiculous that RG3 was ranked, what, number 15 on the top 100 of 2013? If you can't fucking see that, then you're fucking stupid. You call me stupid? Fuck you. It's the other way around. You're fucking stupid. So fuck off. I'm sick and tired of this shit. And for the record, I still like RG3. But the thing is, just because you like him better doesn't mean he is better than Andrew Luck, or I hate to say it, Ryan Tannehill, and Russell Wilson. Fuck you. Fucking retards. Sick and tired of this shit. Moving on. Packers getting a much needed victory over the Falcons, 22-21. Now, this was an important win because we all know if they didn't win this game, their season was done. And I mean done as done can be. But yeah, holy shit. This was a pretty good fucking game. You expected the Falcons to show up a little bit. I mean, come on. When you're, it's one, their playoffs are over, but at this point, their pride's on the line. I mean, shit. Falcons, they're due for a win. They're due for another win. I mean, but holy shit. That was a good fucking game, though. That was also another snowy game. I don't know how it snows in Lambeau, but I don't care. But Eagles, this was a fucking fun game to watch. Eagles defeating the Lions 34-20. LaShawn McCoy, a couple touchdown runs in that fucking snow. That was late in the fucking game. Holy shit, this game was fun. I like the fact that it was snowing out and then Calvin Johnson making a catch, getting buried in the snow, and half of his face being shielded by the snow. I thought that was fun. Why do people think weather should not be a factor in football? I mean, fuck out of here. Fuck out of here with that. Eagles 8-5, Lions 7-6. Still top of their division, and the Eagles take over the NFC East. Dolphins, this was a good game. Dolphins beating the Steelers 34-28. Big Ben had another good game, but just wasn't good enough. But then again, it wasn't entirely his fault. That fucking defense that defense needs to be revamped. They need a new defensive coordinator for one thing. It's like, but of course, people are blaming Todd Haley for this shit. It's all Todd Haley's fault. No. Even Big Ben came out today and said, "Are you fucking kidding me?" Whatever there. And no, Todd Haley should not be fucking fired either. I don't know about Mike fucking Tomlin, but he's a fucking douchebag. But kind of lost respect for Tomlin after he pulled that crap in Baltimore. But in any event, Steelers fall to 5-8. They're not making the playoffs, but the next 3 weeks they're just basically on spoiler mode. But the Dolphins, they are still alive for the playoffs. 7-6. Tannehill's actually playing better. I hate to admit it because fucking assholes treated me like fucking shit last summer, summer 2012. But you were right. Tannehill's a good quarterback. Fuck you. Fuck you though. Assholes. Anyway. Bengals defeating the Colts 42-28. Andrew Luck played well, but let's be honest, it was garbage time. It's just simple as that. Andy Dalton playing a lot better. Obviously outplayed him. Of course, there was one fucking play though. Yeah. Ben Jarvis Green Ellis did not get in the end zone. He was touched by a Colt player as he was going down. Once you're even touched, you're going down. Once you go down, that's down by contact. The referees fucked it up. Obviously. However, who knows what would have happened if the Colts had the ball on the 1 yard line. They would have had a touchdown to tie the game, would have changed the momentum, but then again, they would have given up a safety to make it 9-0. Bengals. So you never know there. But Bengals improved to 9-4, their third consecutive winning season, and really their fourth winning season in 5 years. They're obviously going to the playoffs. And by the way, the Colts, even though they lost because Denver beat the Titans, they're going to the playoffs too. They've already clinched the AFC South. That's right, people. The Colts are the first team this season to clinch a division. Whatever that. Patriots defeating the Browns 27-26. This was another good game. The Patriots, once again, down big early in the game. Coming back. And there was some controversy. I'm sorry, this is not going to be popular because everybody hates the Patriots, but that was not... Gostowski on that onside kick did not touch the ball after he kicked it, okay? No, I don't think so in my mind. I'm sorry, the Browns touched it first. Patriots came back fair and square. However, they are begging for a loss after the last 3 weeks of playing from behind. And holy shit. But a win is a win. Patriots are 10-3. Browns 4-9. Still suck. Imagine that. All right, Jets beating the Raiders 37-27. I initially had this pick. I should have stuck with it. That's the thing. Always go with your first instinct. Because you might be right. Well, my first instinct was correct. My second instinct was bad. Well, of course, I figured the Raiders had 10 days rest. They should have had no problem. East Coast, West Coast, North, down South, or Midwest. That's off a stupid song, but whatever. But not much happened in that game anyway. I will say this though, Rex Ryan, I think should have one more chance in 2014 as far as coach is concerned. I mean, he hasn't done. I mean, shit. Because face it, a lot of people thought the Jets would be a 3-13, 2-14 type of team, but they've actually played a lot better than that. And I'll back off Geno Smith because let's be honest here, he is a rookie quarterback. Moving on. Ravens defeating the Vikings in another snowy game, 29-26. This got interesting in the fourth quarter. The first three quarters were boring as fuck, but then the fourth quarter came in. Oh shit, especially the last 5 minutes of the game. Holy shit, that was fucking fun. That was another fun game to watch. I mean, week 14 had something that should always be part of the game. Elements. I'll keep reiterating that until you get the fucking message. But yeah, Ravens keeping their playoff hopes alive, but it's not guaranteed. 7-6, Vikings 3-9-1. We all know the deal by now. All right, Broncos beating up the Titans 51-28, but holy shit, it was closer in the first half. In fact, the Titans had the lead. You expected the Titans to show up and play because, come on, their pride's on the line at this point, and so is Munchak's job. Come on. But of course, the momentum switched when Matt Prater, congrats to him, 64-yard field goal. You know, I remember when Jason Elam tied the record back in '98. Dempsey's record, because Dempsey was the first kicker to kick the 63-yard field goal. We all know this shit. But since Jason Elam tied the record, so many teams once in a while would try to break it. I remember the Rams last year tried to kick a 70-yard field goal, which was completely fucking stupid. But in any event, considering where they were playing in fucking Miami. You know, wind doesn't always have to be a factor in kicking the ball and how that ball rolls and shit. You know, there's some funny air in Miami, but ask Matt Prater in 2011. But yeah, since then there were at least two more kickers that also tied. Janikowski in 2011, that happened in Denver, and David Akers, when he was with the 49ers, that happened at Lambeau. Holy shit. I thought that was pretty cool. But finally the record's been broken by a yard. Oh man, that changed the momentum right there. Peyton Manning threw 57 passes in that game. I'm glad he threw 57 passes because, holy shit, you gotta stay in rhythm. You can't just let the cold affect you. Okay, at some point, of course, I thought the Denver game was cold. How about that Chicago game? More on that in a second. Moving on quickly. All right, Cardinals beating the Rams 30-10 in a dome game. I'm kidding, of course, but you know, Carson Palmer's actually been playing a lot better. But oh man, Tyrann Mathieu, I think that's the guy's name. Tyrann Mathieu, the man formerly known as the Honey Badger, done for the season after a knee injury. Pretty bad one. You know, 3 games left, but whatever. But the Rams are officially eliminated from the playoffs. Fall to 5-8. Cardinals keep their playoff hopes alive. They're not getting in. They'll probably go somewhere 10-6 at least, and they will not make it to the playoffs. Because the way the Niners are playing right now, Niners beating the Seahawks 19-17. I told you this was not a stupid pick to go with the 49ers. In fact, I thought it was a smarter pick to go with the Niners. I made the pick change waking up that morning, realizing, everyone's still drooling over the Seahawks. Yeah, that's not a good pick. Yeah, I'm taking the Niners instead. And of course, if you can't read description boxes, that's your own fault. Anyway, and by the way, I made 2 more pick changes, and I lost those. So, whatever. I'll take 13-3 over 11-5, but still. But onto the game. This was more of a defensive struggle, and yet it was still very exciting to watch. So whatever there. All right, moving on quickly, and I mean quickly. Chargers kicking the Giants' ass, 37-14. No drama involved in that one. When Giants are eliminated, Phillip Rivers playing awesome. The Broncos have to face Phillip Rivers. Should be an interesting game tomorrow night. Because I don't know when you'll see this bit, but yeah, Chargers keep their playoff hopes alive. We'll see what happens. At 6-7. All right, Saints defeating the Panthers, 31-13. Drew Brees, 50,000 yards passing. Congrats to him. The fewest games to do it, by the way. Man, the Saints defense was all over the Panthers. Give Rob Ryan some credit. I mean, he turned the worst defense in NFL history into at least a somewhat more respectable defense. They're not one of the best defenses in the league, not even close, but they're still better off than what they were a year ago. Saints improved to 10-3 and hold that 1-game division lead. Panthers fall to 9-4. They're gonna make the playoffs. Get over it. All right, Bears killing the Cowboys, 45-28. Cowboys did not force a fucking punt. I mean, it's easy to blame Tony Romo, but you can't expect Romo to play well in a freaking shootout. That Dallas Cowboy defense is really fucking bad. I finally found a defense that's worse than the Denver Broncos defense. Fuck out of here. Like, come on. No punts. You give up 45 points. Now, Alshon Jeffrey, let's give him some credit. He made some acrobatic circus-like catches, especially one in the end zone. And to wrap that up, over 100 touchdowns in Week 14. That is the most by any week in NFL history. It's the first time that they got over 100 touchdowns in a single week in NFL history. Holy shit there. Not much left to say because I got to wrap this up. So, till next time. Later, fuckers.